Hey everyone, welcome back to Beyond the Fear. I'm your host Zishan, and tonight we're delving into a chilling tale set on a fateful Halloween night in the small town of Ravenwood. Our story revolves around four friends. Lila, the spirited prankster with a knack for theatrics. Jake, the brave leader of the group who always pushes the boundaries. Mia, the cautious one with a sixth sense for danger. And Tom, the jokester who tries to keep the mood light, even when things get tense. Together they embark on an adventure that turns from playful mischief to a heart-pounding fight for survival when a Halloween prank spirals out of control, summoning a malevolent spirit that threatens to change their lives forever. So grab a snack, dim the lights, and join me as we explore the darkness lurking just beneath the surface of Halloween fun. So let's get in. On a chilly Halloween night in the small town of Ravenwood, the air was thick with the scent of fallen leaves and the distant sound of children laughing as they roamed the streets in search of candy. Among the revelers were four friends, Lila, Jake, Mia, and Tom, who had gathered at Jake's house for their annual Halloween party. The excitement was palpable as they reminisced about previous years, each sharing their favorite pranks and spooky tales. This year, they decided to take things up a notch with an elaborate prank that would go down in Ravenwood history. They had spent weeks planning a fake ritual summoning an evil spirit in Jake's backyard. Lila, the group's most enthusiastic member, dressed in a witch's costume, gathered various props. A fake skull, black feathers, and an old book from her grandmother's attic, which she claimed was full of dark spells. As night fell, the friends moved outside, surrounded by the flickering glow of jack-o'-lanterns. They set up an old altar, candles flickering in the cold breeze, and chalked a pentagram on the ground. Their laughter echoed as they recited made-up incantations, trying to sound ominous. However, an uneasy feeling began to creep in, especially for Lila, who couldn't shake off the sensation that they were being watched. Just then, a gust of wind swept through the yard, extinguishing the candles and sending their props flying. A nervous laugh escaped Mia, who attempted to lighten the mood. But Jake's bravado faltered as he felt a chill run down his spine. "It's just the wind," he reassured himself, though his voice trembled slightly. As they continued with their ritual, the air grew heavier, almost suffocating. Lila felt a cold sweat forming on her brow, and she glanced over her shoulder, half expecting to see someone lurking in the shadows. But the only witnesses were the trees, their branches creaking ominously. Suddenly, a deep growl echoed from the darkness, causing the friends to freeze. The shadows seemed to twist and contort, and before they could react, a dark figure emerged, its form a swirling mass that absorbed the light around it. Panic surged through them as they stumbled back, realizing their prank had taken a horrifying turn. They bolted inside, slamming the door behind them. But the darkness followed, wrapping around them like a suffocating blanket. The lights flickered, and Mia's phone vibrated with a notification. A message from an unknown number that read, "You shouldn't have summoned me." Fear coursed through them, and the room felt colder. "Very funny, Mia." Tom chuckled nervously, but Mia's pale face told a different story. Just then, the growl resonated again, this time from inside the house. The entity was here, and it was not pleased. As they huddled together, the air crackled with tension. The figure materialized in front of them, its glowing red eyes piercing through the darkness. "You summoned me," it hissed, a voice that echoed with centuries of malice. The friends exchanged terrified glances, their minds racing for a plan, but dread paralyzed them. In a moment of desperation, Lila remembered the old book and the incantations they had read. "Maybe we can send it back," she shouted, her voice barely above a whisper. The group scrambled for the book, their hands shaking as they found the page with a banishing spell. With the spirit closing in, they began to chant, their voices trembling. The entity roared in fury, the walls vibrating with its rage. Just as it lunged toward them, a blinding light filled the room. The friends shielded their eyes, feeling an intense heat wash over them. When the light faded, the spirit was gone, but so was the warmth. The friends stood in the eerie silence, their hearts pounding. They exchanged glances, realizing they had survived but were forever changed. As they stepped outside, the moon hung high, illuminating the yard, which was eerily calm now. But the sense of dread lingered, an unshakable reminder of the power they had recklessly toyed with. They vowed never to speak of that night again, but deep down, they knew that something had been awakened in Ravenwood, a darkness that could return. Thank you for joining me tonight on Beyond the Fear. I hope you enjoyed this spine-tingling tale of friendship, courage, and the dangers of meddling with forces beyond our understanding. If you liked what you heard, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more eerie stories that delve into the unknown. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What would you do if faced with a dark entity? Until next time, remember, sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that linger long after the lights go out. Sleep tight and don't let the darkness consume you.